Battlefield fans continue to experience tough times, as it was recently announced that the much anticipated 3.3 update meant to be coming mid to late February has now been officially pushed back to early March. Not the longest extension in the world, but it is of course the latest in a long line of frustrations for people when dealing with Battlefield 2042, meaning that it's icing on the cake that is this entire situation. People struggling with the content of the game, with the bugs, with the glitches, and with the hope for the future of this game. Can it be resuscitated? Can the dev team successfully save it in 2022? It's a question on a lot of people's minds, so let's take a look at the situation as it stands right now and see what we can understand. The announcement came alongside something good, honestly, the release of a hotfix for the game that addressed some instability issues after the last update 3.2. Taking a look at the features that are being delayed, though, has a lot of folks baffled that they weren't in the game to start, which is a big part of the issue. Not just that these are being pushed back, but that these are games that in a lot of other FPSs come standard when the game launches. We're talking about things like in-game voice chat, adjustments to the Portal XP, and of course the inclusion of an actual scoreboard that tracks kills and deaths. Wait, no, actually it does not show deaths. Much to the confusion of your host and also much of the fan base. Though to be fair, they state that this won't be the only update to the scoreboard, but I'm not exactly sure why that would be left out in the first place, and I'm not alone in that. So we have an update containing some features that people feel like should have been in the game from the start, including one feature that, in the current state shown off at least last they posted about it, is still leaving people unsatisfied. So there's a lot to look forward to, but there's also a lot that might be disappointing already. As much as we talked about Warzone and the many issues plaguing that game series, the many challenges ahead of the dev team going into 2022 in terms of resuscitating that game series, it's not too bold to claim to say that DICE might be in an even more difficult situation than Raven Software when it comes to fixing their respective messes. Taking a look at our good friend of the show, Tom Henderson on Twitter, who delved into EA's earnings call recently, he notes that EA refused to give sales numbers for Battlefield 2042, but did admit that it performed below expectations. A point that was downplayed by emphasizing focus instead on how well their overall portfolio of games is doing right now.
To summarize, we just delivered the largest quarter in the company's history. FIFA goes from strength to strength. Apex Legends continues to show extraordinary growth. Battlefield disappointed, but our broad portfolio of games and live services insulates us from the impact of any one title. Our portfolio approach enables us to deliver double-digit organic growth this year and continue to deliver strong cash flow, and provides a strong foundation for growth as we look to the future.
Battlefield 2042 fans have been lamenting the state of the game since it launched, and with good reason. The negative reviews speak for itself. Not only is it still missing a lot of core features that many other FPS titles just have as standard, like I mentioned, the amount of bugs and glitches that you can find via clips that are, again, all over the internet are very, very funny in a tragic sort of way.
I had my actual gun out, but I didn't. Oh. Yeah, we're just going to B. We'll be there soon.
Can it be killed?
Someone get over here and help me! Based on this, it doesn't seem like Battlefield 2042 is really EA's priority right now, but maybe they're just trying to keep their investors from being concerned. There's a lot of debate over how much of the blame for the state of Battlefield lies on EA and how much lies on DICE, and it's honestly hard to say without a peek behind the curtain. Either way, one can only hope that as the updates do roll out, things will improve, but only time will tell. And until time starts talking, how do you folks out there feel about the state of the game? Do you feel like Battlefield 2042 might still be improved, might still get to a point at which it's a fully functional, fully playable, fully enjoyable experience, or is it dead in the water? Are you just holding out hope that you'll get to see the next Battlefield announcement and it'll be off to a better start? Or are you at this point kind of burned on the franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll take a look and of course keep an eye out for any more news about Battlefield 2042. In the meantime, thank you for joining once again. Try out 1942 instead. Maybe that'll be better for you. And of course, see you next time.